Tonight we have incredible choreography, amazing performances, and heartfelt leaving. This is the top 6.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey girls, how you feeling?
Hey, oh good.
Very
good.
Back to our threesome. We are going out tonight. That was for you, Miss Tiege.
Okay, Kim.
I love that. That was my opportunity to be funny, but it doesn't work for me. But
it
was very funny.
I think you just laughing. That's very funny.
On the inside, love it. On the inside. Anyhow, so welcome everyone to the show. We are getting towards the end of the season, and tonight's episode did not disappoint. Oh my gosh, top 6 really went for it. But before we get into the top 6, tonight we're going to talk a little bit for 2 seconds about ourselves. We thought that we'd stay in that comedic.
I mean, please, any opportunity to talk about myself.
Any opportunity. Because why are we here? Why do we do this? Why do we love So You Think You Can Dance and dance in general? And who are we to sit here and, like you say, T, just judge people?
That's right.
So I would love to tell everyone a little bit more about you if they don't already know.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Kim, boy, what about you?
Well,
let's talk about you first.
You can do me last.
Okay, grand finale. Okay, there we go. I like it.
So, everyone, I don't know if you know or not, but Miss Tiege here is a gorgeous, incredibly talented dancer. And a Lakers girl for a number of years, and just went to China and performed with the Lakers. So, darling, tell us more about that. What's it all about?
Oh, what's it all about? It's the Lakers are great. They're a basketball team in Los Angeles, and it's been a really great experience. We just went to China and danced. There was an NBA 5-on-5 tournament, which was very cool. Lots of athletes were there, and it was a really cool opportunity for us to perform in front of an international crowd. The Chinese were amazing. The dumplings were amazing.
I was going to say, did they like it? Did the Chinese love you?
Oh my gosh, they are some of the most loyal NBA fans, which is crazy because it's far from where they are, but it's really incredible. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah, thanks for asking. Anyways, I feel like I'm qualified. So I hope that proves to you.
Okay. If you continue with the show tonight.
Yeah,
well done.
Thank you.
And then we have the one and only Yvette, who's been on the So You Think panel on and off for the last 3 years, right?
The OG.
Yes. The OG.
She's an OG.
This one has been a ballroom dancer since she was 4 years old.
No, I danced since I was 4 years old. I was a ballroom dancer for 6 years.
Oh, so ballroom came later. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you taught ballroom.
I did.
And you danced ballroom.
And I competed in ballroom.
And you competed in ballroom.
Yes.
Tell us more about your ballroom background.
It was actually when I started to stop dancing and I wanted to keep dancing, and I had always loved ballroom. I just didn't really know about it because I did ballet, tap, jazz, and hip hop, so that wasn't really known about. And I've said it before, I was like, I grew up dancing salsa. I bet you I can do this, no problem. I did it, but it was a problem. So, that's pretty much it. That's how I got into it, and I love to perform. I would always take performing over teaching, but I got into teaching as well.
That's cool. It's cool that you can do both. There's so many areas, right? Really.
Okay, Kim, tell us all about
tell
you.
us about you.
Now we can escape.
Okay, Kim.
No,
So I'm originally from New Zealand, as you know. Grew up dancing jazz, ballet, contemporary musical theatre, etc. Hip hop wasn't even really a thing when I finished. I'm a little bit older. And anyway, so I wanted to pursue dance really badly. I wanted to be in New York on Broadway. But everyone said to me in New Zealand, you can't make a living in the arts. So what do? You go to university and you become a lawyer, like Legally Blonde. Because I thought at least I can act and do fun stuff as a lawyer. Well, no, wrong. 5 years of law school, 7 weeks in a law firm, everything I wanted, suits, PA, went to court like Legally Blonde, thought it would be fab. It sucked.
Oh.
Hated it so much.
Really?
Hated it so much. So I quit. I went after 7 weeks. I quit.
Dang.
Went traveling, traveled the world, and then was inspired to create a business that would help young dancers like myself not go through the whole, you can't make a living in dance, do something else. So I created She Shines On, which is an international travel company for dancers. And we bring dancers from Australia, New Zealand, the UK, South Africa to LA, London, New York, and they perform at Disney, and they do the classes at the top studios, and they learn all about the dance industry so they can make an informed decision on whether or not they want to pursue the arts without having anyone else tell them
there
no.
you go.
That's so nice,
Amen.
Kim.
So that's how
Thank
that
God
works.
for Kim.
Thank God.
Kim. Anyway, enough about us. We've had our moments of glory.
That was fun. Well, continue later
Yeah,
if you want to.
We'll keep throwing little
bonus
fun
scenes
facts
in the
about
end.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Done. Never again. Anyway, so tonight's episode, just overall thoughts. For me personally, I thought it was one of the best episodes of incredibly diverse, poignant choreography.
That choreography was
Blew
amazing.
my mind. Ray Leeper, love him so much. And Talia, one at the end.
Yes.
With the guys.
Yes, the top 3 boys, I thought that was so beautiful.
Talia's incredible. I'm
She
really
is.
happy that she's on the map now because she's really talented. And
Really,
now I
really
think
good.
everybody gets it. You always see a choreographer, like, for a few years, she was talked about, and now it's like, she's made
one.
it, she's here, and I love it.
Yeah, love it, love it.
I love it.
Love it so much. Amazing. Well, we had many performances tonight. We had
Yeah.
solos, we had all-stars, we had the duos back together. So we better get into it because we got a lot to cover.
Yes,
We
we
have a lot
do.
to cover.
So let's go.
Okay.
And we like to judge.
And we like to judge.
That's right. This is all about us.
We're entitled.
It's all about us. We're entitled.
Okay, seriously enough about us. Moving into the wild side, which was the first opening number with the tissue or cloth, the big company number with the all-stars included.
Yes.
I found it really hard to see who was who, so I didn't feel like it was a great number overall, but I couldn't pick who
You couldn't
was who.
pinpoint exactly who.
What I was watching.
No one really stood out.
Well, I couldn't see their faces because of
Yeah.
the makeup, etc.
I actually loved this because, first of all, the dance routine was great.
cool.
But I loved it because I would, like, subtly see people. Like, I was like, is that fiction? And then I was like, is that Gabby? I was, like, seeing who we were
Yeah.
going to see in the show, and it was kind of exciting for me because I was like, oh, and then Lex. Oh, my God, I'm so happy to see Lex. Lex is, like, one of my favorite dancers. So I was really excited to see him there. And so I think it was a cool prelude to the show.
Yeah, well, that's a good point if you think of it that way, whereas it's like, oh, who's
Exciting.
that?
Yeah. I liked
Don't
it.
know for sure.
Why are there so many people?
Yeah. Well, initially we were like, what are those people? Could have been the judges. You never know. That would have
never
been
know.
extra exciting.
Right.
I would love to see them
So
dance
would
since they're judging.
I.
Yeah.
Mary, yeah.
I've been dying to see her dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. She still got it, I think.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so moving into the first actual competition performance. So we had Bailey doing the mambo with all-star, she says it Koine, right?
What, Koine?
Koine. I can never pronounce it right. Koine, and I think this performance by Al Blackstone's choreography, Bailey, I saw him struggle a tiny bit tonight,
Yes.
just because of the acting part, and I didn't think. The actual dancing performance was amazing, but for the first time I just saw a slight bit of, I think, apprehension in
Yes.
him, and it was like, oh, I'm not used to that.
Because I think he's more into being animated than being like sultry and sexy and flirty. Like, he doesn't know how to actually act that. Like, some people, it comes naturally and they don't know they're doing it, which I'm sure he does. But when he has to think about it, he was in his head a little bit.
Totally.
So, but I think it was a good performance. I liked it. Wasn't the best of the night, but I did like that performance a lot.
It was a good performance. I was impressed with his switch leap. I mean, you didn't have to do it. You could have just said, I don't want to do that. But I thought it was impressive for a b-boy to do a switch leap. I was like, okay.
I keep forgetting he's a
So do
b-boy.
I.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I keep forgetting
know.
he's that good.
I mean, everybody's trained in everything, but he's more so a b-boy.
Exactly.
Anyways, I thought it was impressive. I wasn't my favorite of the night, but I thought it was good. Good showing for our Bailey boy.
Bella boy. Check mark. And also just the cute little stories tonight about who their inspiration was, and his grandma.
That was so cute.
He is so cute. I think with Bailey, I just really appreciate the way he's so focused. Like, out of everybody, I just think he wants, they all want it, but he just striving, and he's working all the angles. Like I said last week, he's so good on his social. He's so good with preparation behind the scenes, apparently, according to the other participants as well and contestants. So, yeah, he really is working hard for this and all the angles.
Love that.
Then we had Mariah's contemporary. It was a solo. That, just firstly, the purple, beautiful leotard was just absolutely
It reminded
stunning.
me of Tiege
Did it?
as a Laker girl.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
just thought about it.
That was so sweet.
I'm like, I can't
I was
really
gonna look
see-
at you and be like, does that look familiar to you?
Yeah, that's sweet.
But literally, she looked like, this is gonna sound really douchey, but she looked like butter dancing.
Yeah.
Like, she was just so, like, I feel you can't even hear her.
Yeah.
Like, when she lands, you hear nothing. Like, it is like a feather dropping onto the stage.
I think she's just a specimen. Like, even her just standing there, I love her muscles.
arms, yeah.
I love that she's just, like, strong and confident and, like, she's the perfect, cute little package. But also her extension's great. Her technique is great. She has everything to back up looking beautiful. So I am super happy she's still part of the show. I really was impressed with her all night in general. Pretty much the whole season, but I really like her.
Yeah, I think
And
she's...
her little voice is so cute.
Her voice.
I love her little voice. Every time she talks, it like throws me for a loop. And then the way she dances, I'm like, doesn't match, but I love it.
Yeah, she's great.
She's got it all. She has the full package. And if she was to win this show, everyone I think would be like, fair enough, she deserves it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Speaking of winning in life and in shows, Yvette, darling, do you have something for us?
I think you do. I think she does.
You got something.
Hey guys, before we go on to our next topic, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up. Sorry guys, I'm making myself laugh. And subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star ratings. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us because we're just so into ourselves.
Right.
This is not going where we need
And
it
we
to go.
truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
No jokes aside, or all jokes aside, we really do appreciate you guys. You guys are the
Yes, we
greatest.
do.
And it's really cool to have a community to talk about dance because we all just love dance. So thank you for letting us do what we want to do.
And we're really not full of ourselves. We're just joking with the
it's
people
just a
in the
joke,
back.
kind
Just
of.
a joke.
Yep.
And speaking of like the community, and Tiege, you're on the live chat as well. So if
That's
you guys
right.
have any opinions, etc., about tonight's episode or any episodes in general, or who's going to win, let us know. We'll shout you out and we'll have a chat about it.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Cool. So the next performance we had was Gino's one with the All Star and Comfort, and then it was the Cleopatra King Tut.
I loved it. The King Tut.
Concept. Luther Brown killed. I loved this performance, but I don't know what you thought, but I felt completely drawn to Comfort the entire time.
I think it's just hard because she hits it so hard
She's-
all the time. And I
Absolutely.
mean, she is, at the end of the day, he was performing with comfort. Comfort is comfort. Like, there's just no getting around that. So it's very hard. But I thought he did really well. I really thought he redeemed himself from his first hip hop to now. Like, I thought he did great. I thought he got into it. Could have gone, he could have sat a little bit more. He could have gone into it a little better. But overall, he did good for that performance.
I think what you said about sitting into it more, I think that's why I love Comfort. She's just she wasn't performing at all. She was just so comfortable within everything.
yeah.
It was just amazing. Like, it was just like butter or a piece of cake for her. It was just
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, it was very,
so
like, she didn't think about it. Like, she just did.
She's just so comfortable there, and you can see that versus Gino. I mean, Gino's phenomenal, but he was really performing it, and she was just relaxed and sitting in it.
Yes.
It was cool to see the difference.
I think that I was a little bit nervous in the beginning because that Pharaoh outfit for me, like, didn't look very, like, I was like, I don't know if he's going to be able to, like, really work this. Because
Yes, I
sometimes a
agree.
costume can make or break. But I will say he proved me wrong. I thought he sat in the pocket of a lot of it. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know. And then in the middle and the end, he crushed it. And I was really impressed. A big improvement from his first hip hop. And also, we have to remember, he wouldn't pick this as his strongest suit anyways. He's a technical, So I was really impressed.
And what I was impressed and even more so about was the comment that Lorianne made about, I felt the funk in your trunk. What was that about?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I don't know what she was going with that. That was hilarious.
Cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
She's cute.
She's cute. Oh, I think Lorianne is amazing. And as you said
she's
tonight,
amazing.
She's always so
deep and
insightful.
oh, so
Like,
insightful and inspiring.
She's great.
Very
She's great.
inspiring.
We talked to her before the season started, and she just said she's just so grateful to be there because she grew up a dancer. She knows the struggle. She knows what these kids are going through, and so times were different when she was growing up. They didn't have shows like this, so it's really cool for her to be a part of this and be a part of dancers' journeys. So yeah, I really appreciate her, and she's really great on the show.
Yeah.
Inspiring lady. Very.
She has a lot of wisdom to give.
Yeah. Just back to Gino and his performance, there was a lot of breaking and stuff in it as well, which he just handled some of it so well. The flip.
I like that part
flip to
where
the-
he like leaned on the bed, sarcophagus.
Oh, yes,
or
and went
whatever.
up,
and he went up.
Yeah, that was
with
cool.
his, like, I thought he did really
They have
well
such
on
good
that.
abdominals this entire top 6.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
More so, I think.
I
than
would have
either.
fallen flat on my face the minute I put my hands down.
Oh, so much strength.
That was impressive.
So admirable. They obviously don't have In-N-Out Burger very often.
What?
Maybe they do, but they do.
They
You're
probably,
like, what?
They
What'd you
probably
say?
do,
I
but
said they
just,
probably don't have In-N-Out Burger very
Oh,
often.
I thought you said a nut butter, and I was like, is that
Is that a thing?
well known to be very caloric and bad for you? And a nut butter? Okay. Anyways, good.
Well, they dance it all off.
We've cleared it up.
But then they probably do because they'll burn it off within an hour, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so then we had Madison's Jazz with Lex, your favorite team.
Oh my gosh.
Mandy Moore. This was cool choreography. The 60s vibe, the blue, just Mandy Moore is so versatile within her sphere of what she can create. And I just thought it was, I see out the side of my eye with you guys all watching as well. Every single one of us was so deeply involved in it. We were so there and didn't falter. Like, we were fully immersed. I think Madison is outstanding, and I think it's such a shame that it was more of a popularity vote ultimately for this, because she's just as good as those other two girls. I just think she delivers really well.
I thought for that performance, it was very simple, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It was simple, clean movement that she was executing so beautifully and making it like so impactful that's what I liked about it. She wasn't forcing anything. It just looked normal. It looked like, okay, that's how she walks. That's how she, you know what I mean? It just looked like it was a part of her. And you know what? I am very sad that she didn't make the top 2, because I thought she was a very talented.
Are we giving spoilers, you guys? Let's keep it till the end. Let's keep our. I'm sorry. All right, can I say my opinion?
Yes.
I would like to say that when Lex walked into the room, I was like, oh my God, please give them contemporary. I wanted to see Madison and Lex do contemporary together. But actually, I was like, I actually liked the dance a lot for them together. I was really impressed. I liked the dance. I thought it showcased both of them well. I love Lex, and I was just so happy to see him on that stage again. I thought Madison did really well. I agreed with Lorianne that she could have let go a little bit more. I know the judges said that she did, and she definitely did. I think that I don't know what this is called, a C jump into when she jumps backward into Lex. I wanted her to like release a little bit more. That's very specific, but I feel like there were a few of those moments where I just wanted her to like just let
where
go
there was
a
like
little
a
bit.
hesitation.
She has got such great technique and such good hold up here that I think that sometimes she could just let it go, and it could be a pretty moment. But overall, I was really impressed with this routine. I thought it was really good. And again, just Lex, wow, oh my gosh,
Totally. And their chemistry straight away was fantastic.
Yes.
Just coming in together. I think they worked really, really nicely as a duo. And then we had Ezra and his solo, which was quick and always over in 2 seconds. I just think he has so much joy when he's dancing.
I love
He
him.
makes me happy.
He gets so excited. He does. He gets really excited when he dances, and I love to watch him dance. So
he's the greatest, and also I love that people acknowledge it. And because sometimes you see great dancers who have great personalities, but sometimes it doesn't always portray on the camera. I'm happy that he's good enough at opening up where America can see it, everybody in the audience can see it. You know, Kat was even like, the kid is just great and wonderful and fabulous and grateful, and I was really happy to see his sister in the audience. Anyways, can't say enough good things about him. He's got a great career in front of him. All these kids do, but they're just so, he'll do well.
He will. He totally will. Someone else who's doing super well, Miss Sophie. Miss Sophie, like I said at the start, where did she come from? She didn't have much in the lead up with the auditions and stuff, and now she's like this superstar who is seriously vying for the win, I think. So Sophie had a samba with Kiki, and Pasha choreographed that.
and I love Pasha.
Pasha, I know.
I
This
like both of
was the samba, the party carnival dance. She looked so the part, and I would love to know what you thought about this.
She
Yvette.
did look the part, and I was really nervous because samba is very hard. It's a lot of hip action and sudden stops, and you know, a lot of people don't realize how much like your hip motion goes in, down your leg, into your foot, how it needs to be planted, how it can't be moved. So when she was doing that, I was just sitting there, and I always get nervous because I know when you're watching the samba, you're going to have the samba roll, and that is so hard to execute. And she struggled a little bit, but overall she did great. And I remember when Ed Sheeran came out with that song, oh my God. I mean, literally all you could think is like samba, 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 samba. But she did great. She looked like a ballroom dancer in the beginning when she just fan kicked her leg over Kiki.
So slowly.
Oh,
yeah.
She did phenomenal. There was little hiccups here and there, but I expected that. She's not a ballroom dancer. Even people who are ballroom dancers have a hard time doing the samba, unless that's your strong suit. But
when I just first saw her walk down, I saw her. It was the hair. It was everything. She looked like she was on Dancing with the Stars. I was like, wow, she looks like a cast member there.
She's great. She's obviously going to book very well too when she's done with the show.
Oh yeah,
she's awesome. I think the only critique I have, just to be nitty gritty, is that a lot of the lifts I saw just a slight bend in her knee. I just needed that knee to be a little bit straighter, and really extend through that leg for a lot of those. For a few of those lifts.
Right there when they were going back and forth when he had her in the front.
Yes, just a few of those lifts. I needed just a little bit of a straighter leg, and it would have been a perfect, beautiful line. But otherwise, it was a really great performance.
Stunning. Definitely one to watch. So then we moved on and we had Mariah's hip hop with Fiction, with Misha Gabriel choreographing. And interestingly, Nigel said tonight that that was not his favorite performance of Mariah's.
And I agree.
The first negative kind of comment that she's had, I think. Yeah, and I see it too, but I'm wondering if because her hat came off, it kind of threw her, just her thought pattern. I could see her kind of like thinking, I was thinking she was thinking, crap, that sucks that happened, and that's possibly going to, deduct some points from me kind of
thing. I don't know if her hat had any part else in the choreography, so if it did get lost, I could see maybe why she worried, but I think she was also maybe thinking a little bit about the cane. I thought when they were side by side with the cane, it looked a little sloppy just because one was holding it up, one was holding it down. I don't know. See, that's where I get nitty. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to hold it, be in sync. I want everyone out here, or hey, I want you up here and you down here. So it's so hard with props. It is always so hard with props. So I think maybe she was also in her head just a little bit about the prop.
That's it.
And I think that's why she didn't fully grab everyone's attention. I agreed with Nigel when he's like, you know what, I didn't think she did that great, but she did well.
Yeah.
So
intricate.
Yes.
I think she did great. She came out of the gates like fire, and I love seeing Fiction. Fiction's another one of my favorites. I loved this duo in the beginning. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this.
God.
And then I think I would also say that I think that she lost a little bit of steam and maybe was a little bit worried, especially when, like, I'm not even sure, I'm assuming the hat was supposed to be on the full routine, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
I think that if that happened to me, I would be like, oh, what does my hair look like? What is my head? I think I would be thinking a little bit like, oh God, what? And then you're dancing, and I don't know. And she's obviously a professional, so I'm sure it didn't affect her that much. But I think maybe if there's some sort of subconscious, like, oh gosh,
just
that
a
might
subconscious thing.
Yeah, make her a little bit nervous. But overall, I thought she was great. I'm a really big fan of her, so I was happy to see her with Fiction. That was cool.
That was really cool. And he's such a pro. I mean, I know obviously at this level we need to be able to deal with things like that. But just the way he kicked it off and did the look.
Oh, he's great.
So good. But the coolest concept. This is one of my fave tonight for the actual choreography and just the concept. It was just so amazingly fresh and new.
That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah, we forgot about all the magic tricks they threw in there, which were actually really cool. Those were cool. I liked those.
Amazing.
Fun.
Very fun. Very fun. And her inspiration is obviously her mom. Mama
so
Duck.
cute.
And she's the one that, if we think way back to the beginning of the season, her dad is the one that's in prison. And obviously she's got the stepdad that's there now. But so she's had a lot in her life to deal with as well. So then we had Bailey's solo. Oh my goodness, so good.
So good.
He's just and that the knee, what do you even call those when you're spinning on your knees to move it around the stage? Ow, for a start.
Yeah,
Knee pads. But he's just a firecracker.
He's great. I love to hear that he's like working really hard and takes it really seriously. He's great. I'm a fan.
And then we moved on and actually just throwing it in there, I noticed tonight that the judges kept talking about, with the different partnerships, you're the couple to beat, top 4. And it really felt like Ezra and Madison were not even being thought about. Like it was so obvious that
I think they already went in
made up
knowing
their
that they were
minds.
going to.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either.
I don't think it really gave them a chance to shine, especially because the whole time they were
just talking about the others.
Yeah,
I think subconsciously it messed with them too.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
I just didn't think it was fair.
Producing, decision, because it was clearly a decision. I didn't love that. We could have picked other stories to tell. There were definitely other things we could have talked about, funny chemistry, funny relationships. They do a lot of different types of packages and content. I don't think we had to keep rubbing it in, this couple versus this couple, but you're forgetting there's another couple.
Yeah, so it's not two couples.
Yeah.
It's three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't love that. That was an interesting decision on their part.
Because even Nigel specifically said tonight after Ezra performed at one point, I think it was with his All-Star, or he just said to him, when you leave here, I want you to go into the world and it was like, we haven't announced who's leaving yet, but he literally said, when you leave here. I was like, what? Yeah, a bit tough for them. Anyway.
It's okay.
It is what it is. So Ezra had the All-Star of Gabby, your favourite, Yvette.
I love Gabby.
And Robert Roldan,
My
contemporary
little Cuban
piece.
sister.
Now, this was absolutely beautiful, and I was so moved with just the amount of times Gabby is with his clothing, just trugging him around and dragging him and pulling him, and it was so beautiful. And I had tears because it was one of the most moving pieces I think I've ever seen Ezra do, and stunning choreography tonight.
It was beautiful, and he got you could tell how much he gave because at the end you saw him sitting there starting to cry, and he felt like he had gotten something off of his chest. And I agree when Mary Murphy was like, when she did that leap and then she landed and then he dropped and she, oh my God.
That clothing.
And I know he did great, but I'm telling you, I love Gabby. I've loved her since she was on that show. You can see the pure strength.
Yes.
Even when in the rehearsals, when Ezra fell on her and she grabbed him, you see all her muscles and her legs, and just everything she does is absolutely stunning. And I think that was a great partnership. And I don't think he should feel bad for leaving, because if that's the last dance that he did phenomenal, and he got to do it with an all-star.
So I'll say it, and I've said it before, but I love the Sosa family. I love Ezra. I love the whole crew, and I think that it was really great for him to have this type of performance on a night like this. You know, I think it's good. You don't want to go out with a weird disco, you know, that you didn't like, so I think it was really cool for him to showcase what he could do. This kind of, I feel like, pushed him to a different level that we haven't seen him perform at. And I was really impressed, especially with Robert's choreography, and Gabby's obviously stunning, but I watched Ezra the whole time, so that says a lot because Gabby's great. And the dad crying at the end made me cry.
I know.
And it's fine. He just had great control.
Sister.
Yeah, and his sister. Again, love them all. So I was really impressed with him, and this performance was a really great way to have it all
Those
kind of come
parents
to
should
an
be
end.
proud.
Yeah, I'm sure
Those parents
are.
should be proud of what they produced.
Absolutely. And
From
also,
show.
Robert should be proud because it's such incredible storytelling coming
I love
through.
storytelling.
That's what
I love storytelling and dances. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. It just, more than any episode ever before, this particular one really made me think, oh, wow, it's not just about the dancers. It really is just such an opportunity for choreographers to bring their creativity to the forefront. And
and we see, I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
that's right. And I was like, and
I would like to add that, we've seen Robert work really hard. He's been behind the scenes for several seasons. He does a lot for the show. He works a lot with Jeff Thacker. He is in it. So I love being able to see him really show what he loves to do because he works really hard for that show and to make it what it is. So I love seeing him get some credit too. So yeah.
And well deserved.
Yeah.
Then we moved on and we went into Sophie and Gino's Back to the Duos again, Broadway number. The Old School Love, Warren Carlyle choreographed this one, and I just really loved Gino in this performance.
Yes.
And Mary was spot on, the whole Gene Kelly thing. Oh my God, pirouettes and it was just he's fabulous.
I love how in almost every dance he changes into a completely different person, but he still is the same person, but he really embodies the character. Definitely. And I am a fan of that era. So when he came out and then I saw him how he was dancing, I was like, oh my God, he looked absolutely adorable. Again, I fell in love with him. I think this is like the third time I've probably fallen in love with him. But I will say, I wasn't impressed with Sophie.
I don't think she was given enough to do. I don't think there was enough to showcase
she was too
technique and stuff.
She looked like a little girl in her first little
love scene.
Yeah,
It might have been the outfit. I'm not sure.
I think it might have been. It was too much.
The poofy skirt kind of hid a lot of things that were going on. I think a little footwork. I got lost a little bit.
It should have been shorter.
Yeah, maybe.
So you could see. So you could see the leg, and you know, just like in tango, they always have a slit or it's short, so you can see everything. So you could see the leg action, and all that. And I didn't see that, so maybe that's why I wasn't as impressed. But I love Gino.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought it was a good dance. It wasn't my favorite of the night. I will always get in trouble for this, but I will always do it. They're dating for sure. I mean, come on. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you guys are gonna get upset that I'm shipping a couple, but they are dating.
And if they're not, we know it, but they don't.
You know what? Maybe they're not either. You know,
they probably will.
Yeah, they're just not
we don't
yet.
Know.
They don't know that they need to.
Everybody ends up dating. You know, season 14, everybody's dating.
Oh yes.
Yeah, everybody's dating. I mean, I'm gonna have to check up on some couples, but I think like there were like 4 couples.
You tell me hours a day dancing with someone, getting into a character, looking into someone's eyes, seeing them all the time.
Yeah. Plus, in a heightened state of reality as well. You know what it's show romance is. You're in this fantasy, fun world. Everything's so exciting.
Exactly.
What's interesting is whether it lasts later. But we love watching the journey.
We love watching it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, yeah, Koine and
it was
Kiki
Koine and
are still dating, I think. Showmance.
So good. Then we moved into Miss Madison solo, and I did want a little bit more. I don't know. I just think the other ones were so electric that hers was technically sound. She did it, executed it well. It was just maybe a little slower than everything else, and I just wanted a little more pizzazz. But it was still great. Yeah, I don't know what you guys thought about her.
I mean, she like I've said, she's a great dancer. She could do a simple performance, and it looks like it's something extremely hard. And I think maybe we wanted to see more because it was one of the last solos she's going to do, but I thought she did great. Like you said, it's technically sound, so to me she did no wrong, but it could have been up there.
Just like a bit of more fire or something.
Yes.
It's tough. I mean, you only get, I wanted
30 seconds.
Is it 30 seconds?
I feel like
it was longer tonight, I think, than last week.
It's a very short amount of time to like pack in all your tricks, pack in like emotion, get people invested. It's like tell a story. So I think she did good, but it's tough. Packing all of that in. Anyways.
Something that was also tough was the leather in the next number.
Oh my gosh.
Mariah and Bailey's super duper sexy. Mariah's hairdo.
You mean
outfit.
the performance of the night?
Well, yes, debatable, but yes, definitely one of them.
Oh, the minute they hit that first hip throw.
Like this one.
My God. I was
Calm down, girl. Do we need some water?
Yes.
Take out the fire.
I loved it. He got so into it from his first performance. Like,
oh, we're talking Bailey here?
Bailey. He did not think about this. He was giving it to her.
See, that's interesting because I couldn't take my eyes off her.
Neither could I, but when his head was going up her leg, I was like, yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yes. And she was on top of him. I was like, yes, yes. I love this performance.
Yeah, it was incredible. I was so impressed. And they kept the energy the entire time.
Yes.
In the beginning, I was like, you know, sometimes you see in the beginning of the routine, you're like, oh, this is going to be dope, and then it falls flat. It did not fall flat. It absolutely could have, because it was jazz. I mean, nothing against jazz, but it's kind of hard to keep that up all the time. Yeah. The whole performance was flawlessly up at a very high level of energy. Yeah. They executed it to the very end, and I was very impressed.
Filipino version of Magic Mike.
Yes, it was literally sex on the dance floor. I was just missing a whip in a red room.
Oh! Should have made a whip.
What?
Love it.
Not me. That was a 50
I don't know that reference.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
So if Rhea Lipa was out of the picture, but which, by the way, he killed it so many times tonight. But you would have choreographed that, you would have staged it in a red room, and you would have added some whips, would you?
Oh, yeah, I would have. It would have.
Would not be allowed for network television.
That would have been on HBO late night.
But I like where you're going with this. Hilarious.
No, but they did great.
They really did.
And her, oh my God,
the costume department is killing it.
Her legs
She's
are
great.
beautiful, and they're always so pointed, and they're always so long, and
it reminded me of the end of Grease, the movie, when Sandy comes out in the sexy black and the woo 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 and the hair.
Love it.
So good.
I love that.
All right, we've got more. Moving on, we have Sophie Solo, who wasn't. I think the costuming did nothing for her. It didn't work as well as Mariah's. It was not as good, but I mean, she's still brilliant. But that wasn't my favorite by far. Okay, we're done. Cool. Moving on. Next one. Madison and Ezra, their final disco, all about the sparkles.
Doriana.
Yeah, Doriana Sanchez relation.
No, but I remember seeing her first ever choreography on the first season, second episode.
Oh, wow.
When she did. And that's when I fell in love with Hustle.
My soul sister. Oh.
That's when I fell in love with Hustle.
Love that.
I thought that the disco was fun. I super enjoyed the performance, but I didn't feel it was as polished as all the other performances. So
Thank you.
Oh, you agree?
Thank you, because when everyone's like, you did great, I was like, did anyone see the struggle and transitions for the lifts and all that? Like, I saw it, and I was just like, I thought they were gonna I really thought they were gonna rip into them on that.
Yeah.
They're like, you did great, you did this, you did that, and I was like, I mean, it was a great performance. Don't get me wrong. Disco is so fun to watch, and I love it. But those lifts for Ezra looked a little labored.
I would have to agree. Earlier. Yeah, I think it was a good, fun performance. I don't think, it's just kind of, it's not a shame, but it's kind of a shame. They gave the first two couples these epic.
Yes,
and
that's true.
Disco's just so hard to make bomb. Disco's great and fun, but it's just you see a disco, you've seen a disco, you've seen a disco.
There's only so much variation you can get out of a disco.
Yeah.
Unless it's literally lift after lift after lift after toss after lift.
And I've seen some really great discos, but I just wanted to see them dive into something a little bit different, especially on a week that it's so competitive and everybody's like, oh, this couple. Give them something really to compete with. I
feel like that should have been in week 2.
Yeah. I totally agree. Possibly unfair. Possibly didn't make a difference anyway because it sounds like everyone had decided previously.
I think so.
But fun to watch. Really cool. Then we had the last one was Gino's solo, which was dashing. I liked it.
I loved it.
But I still think Bailey took the cake on the solos for the boys tonight.
Okay,
so,
Bailey took the cake on the solos.
Yeah.
Couples-wise, Bailey and Mariah.
Yes.
But separately in a couple, Gino killed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is really weird. People are probably like, how many ways is she going to break this down? But
I'm with you. But then, highlights for sure. The girls' performance. Tina Turner.
God,
I love Tina.
I loved
Can't stand the rain.
Oh my God.
Rhea Lipa again. Oh my God, but the costuming is really good.
Now,
those hats.
I loved it because it was Tina Turner, I Can't Stand the Rain. But tell me not if that outfit was not a homage to Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
With the black leather or the black patent leather. I loved it. And I loved in the beginning how they were all on releve with their feet sitting down, and I was like,
sexy.
Yes. And they all have beautiful I loved it.
Putting the three of them together, I really thought they were all on par. It just goes to show how important the choreography you're given is and the type of performance that you're given or the style, because equally just as brilliant, I thought, together. And Tiege's going to disagree, but I thought all of them, and even Madison stood out potentially in that one.
She did.
I just for me, I disagree a little bit. The routine didn't go anywhere for me.
Really?
It just was a little bit here and no one really. It was interesting. I liked the guy's number a lot more.
Oh yeah.
It definitely was cool. Interesting. You didn't feel
I thought that there were very interesting visuals.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was, but toward the middle, I was like, are they gonna do anything different? It just kind of felt like we were repeating the same move.
Like we kept moving the chairs around.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Chairs.
I do love Ray Leaper, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite routine of the night, but usually it was good.
I think I just appreciated the fact that they were all on level playing field and we could finally just compare apples with apples.
Yes.
It just made sense that way. But yes, I totally agree. The boys,
I
Talia
loved it.
nailed it. Yes, Gino slightly, well not slightly, reasonably a bit above the rest just with technique and execution. But
Gino, you said?
Gino.
They like highlight him though. They like really like put him in the middle and spotlight and like make him
Good point.
show his abs and stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
only
like
with the shirt open.
Ezra had his shirt all the way up with the tie and
I'm fine with it, but like let's look like we're playing fair. It just looked a little
like they
bit
did with the
like we were
girls.
showcasing, you know. And
Interesting.
nothing wrong with that, but I kind of wanted to see like a little bit more of like a level. I think you're right. He did stand out, but I also think that there were things that we could have done differently, so everybody kind of could have stood up. I don't know.
Yes, okay.
Just
fair
a-
enough. No good
because
girl
that's
had
personal
it.
opinion.
what's funny is parallel to that, the girls, no one really stood out.
And it was so even.
Right.
And then the boys,
Right.
Gino, which I get, but at the same time, I think really the only time you would look to the other dancers was if you're trying to see, are they off? Did they do this wrong? Did they, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost they were setting them up. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it was a beautiful performance. And amen
And,
to that performance.
and love Talia. I mean, Talia,
Yes.
what? She's
Phenomenal.
I'm just so happy she's getting her day. I love it.
What I loved about the performance is just how she elongated those moments, like at the start when they're
Yes, when
up,
they all-
and it's like it goes just that. It pushed the boundaries of what you expected, how far it should go. It's like it's still there. Oh my god, are they going to
Exactly.
collapse? Are they going to falter? That was cool. That was
I
different.
liked that a lot.
So Marianne, an insightful comment at the end of that. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I just wrote insightful and I started to cry. So it was obviously very amazing. So rewind that and see what she said. But
See
also,
what was so insightful, because the quote that I loved was Nigel when he says they put the sauce on the spaghetti and the sauce. That was my insightful one.
And then Dom's talking about, the fulfillment is during the path and the journey. So much love and inspiration in this. I just love this show for that. It just really inspires dancers.
They really inspire them to keep on.
Totally.
Yeah.
And talking on keeping on, we kept on well. We're there, ladies. We're at the end of the performances. And then we had the elimination. And it was, what I think they did to make it a little spicy was put Bailey in the bottom two, so to speak. But at the last two, and you're like, oh, shivers. No, please don't let him go.
We knew.
But we knew who was going to go just purely because of what the judges have been talking about the whole time. And so we lost Madison and Ezra, and they're going to do so well.
Oh, yeah, they
But
are.
I'm very excited to see the battle happen next week with those four, because they are so on par with each other, aren't they?
Yeah,
so
they are.
what is then our predictions for who's the two individual dancers? Who's the guy and girl or who's going to be left, do you reckon? Or let's rephrase that. Who's going to win this show?
Oh, jeez.
I kind of really love Mariah. This week I decided she's low-key my fave. Okay, just
girl,
said it.
Mariah, guy, Gino. That's what I'm going to go with.
Maybe. I don't know.
know.
They're all great. It's really
That's
hard
the
to
thing,
decide.
they're all like...
They're all really great. So we'll see.
It will depend on what they're given. It purely will depend
really
on
will.
the routine that they're given.
Because I feel like each dancer has
True.
really already done every style.
True.
Every single one of them is fabulous. Like, I can't pick who to remove from now on. And I don't know. My prediction is, I'm just going to say Bailey's going to win.
Okay.
But I don't know if I agree with that
I
overall,
think-
because they're all amazing.
I think if I'm going to pick one, it's going to be Mariah.
Okay, so Team Mariah, Team Bailey. I even think Sophie could. No.
Yeah. Gino
Useless.
could win. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
We will see. We will see. And if you guys want to see more of this post the show and see them all on tour, you can buy tickets now. Have you guys got yours? DanceLiveTour.com. See them in a city near you. Amazing opportunity for them and for us to go check them out. But in a nutshell, where can we find you all between now and next week, Miss Yvette?
You can find me on everything at Sports and Sass with 3 S's.
Oh,
I
great.
changed it.
Oh, wow. I love that
I know
for
you're
you.
waiting for the long one. She's like, the 2
And
S's, the
what's
3
your other-
S's.
I'm Tiege Dooley-Panko. You guys can find me at TiegeDP. It's TIEGEDP. See you there. Kim.
And you can find me on all my social media at Kim Davey Live. Thank you so much for joining us. We had fun talking about ourselves and the others. And we can't wait till we be back,
And those people too.
next week for the second to last show. We will catch you then. Have a great week. See
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.